Did you know that nearly 1 in 3 older adults who suffer a hip fracture will never regain their ability to walk independently? Just one small fall, one brief moment of lost balance can change your life forever. Frightening, isn't it? Imagine this. One morning, you step down the front step of your home, the same one you'd walked over countless times. Everything seems normal until your foot slips slightly, and in an instant, the world spins. That feeling, helplessness, fear, and then dependence on others. Is that a situation you'd ever want to find yourself in? What's even more striking is that the cause isn't age itself, but the gradual loss of strength in a place few people pay attention to: the legs. Have you ever thought that walking every day is enough to keep you strong, flexible, and protected from falls? Many people believe so, but science tells a different story. Walking is great, but it mainly benefits your heart and lungs. The muscles that help you stand firm, maintain balance, and prevent falls are barely trained at all. And that's exactly why so many people still fall even though they walk every single day. Does that sound familiar? I've met hundreds of patients like that. People who exercised every morning, walked several laps around the park, and thought they were doing enough. But then, just one small slip in the bathroom or a low step at home sent them to the hospital for weeks. The worst part? They lost confidence in their own legs afterward. So here's the question. Is there a simpler, safer way to make your legs stronger and steadier? Yes, and it comes from a movement so small you might overlook it, yet powerful enough to transform your whole body health. I'm talking about the heel raise exercise. You'll be surprised to learn why doctors call the calf muscles the second heart of the body. Every time your calves contract, they push blood from your legs back to your heart, improving circulation, reducing swelling, increasing oxygen to the brain, and even boosting memory. So could one simple movement like a heel raise really help people over 60 walk more steadily, improve circulation, and sharpen their minds? Before I show you how to do it, take a moment. If you're watching this video, it means you care about your health, and that's the best thing you can do for yourself today. So help YouTube's algorithm understand that older adults still want to live strong and stay active. Hit subscribe right now and type the number 1 in the comments if you'd like me to guide you through this exercise step by step. Because in the next few minutes, I'll reveal why walking, no matter how good it is, still isn't enough to protect your legs and independence after 60, and what really happens inside your body when your strength starts fading without you even realizing it. Why are your legs so important? The answer will make you see every step you take in a whole new light. Why walking isn't enough after 60. Many people believe that simply walking every day is enough to stay healthy after turning 60. You've thought that too, haven't you? But have you ever noticed that even with regular walking, many people still feel their legs getting weaker, their knees trembling, and their balance becoming less stable over time? Why does that happen? The answer lies in this. Walking is too gentle of an activity to truly build muscular strength. It's great for your heart and lungs, yes, but not intense enough to wake up the deep stabilizing muscles that keep you upright. When you walk, your body moves mostly through momentum, while the key muscles responsible for maintaining balance, especially your calves, ankles, and hip stabilizers, are barely engaged. Have you ever walked for 30 minutes and felt no fatigue in your legs? That's a clear sign your muscles weren't really working. Think of your body as a building. Your heart and lungs are the electrical and plumbing systems, while your legs are the foundation. You can replace the lights or repaint the walls, but if the foundation is weak, the whole building could collapse at any time. The same principle applies to the human body. You can't have a stable and active life if your foundation, your legs, is crumbling. So, are you rebuilding your foundation or just repainting the walls?
A study by the U.S. National Institute on Aging found that calf muscle strength is one of the most accurate predictors of independence in older adults, more so than most other muscle groups. In other words, weak calves mean a higher risk of losing your ability to walk on your own, even if your heart is still healthy. Sounds ironic, doesn't it? That such a small muscle group can determine your freedom. But it's a scientific fact. And that's not all. Japanese researchers have discovered something astonishing. Older adults who can perform slow, controlled heel raises tend to have biological ages up to 15 years younger than their actual age. Would you like your body to be a decade younger just from a few minutes of daily training? Yet most of us still ignore this. We make time for walking, cycling, or following exercise videos, but we rarely pay attention to our legs, the very part that supports our entire body. Then one day, you might find yourself grabbing the wall when getting out of bed, or noticing your ankles swelling slightly at night. Those subtle signs are early warnings that your foundation is weakening. Have you ever felt that way? Now you understand why walking, no matter how beneficial, still isn't enough. But if walking alone isn't sufficient, what truly helps you regain strength, maintain balance, and prevent falls? There's a secret that doctors call the body's second heart, the key to your stability, circulation, and even longevity.
The second heart, the power of your calves. Have you ever heard that your calves are called the second heart of your body? It sounds strange, doesn't it? But once you understand how it works, you'll see that this name is absolutely fitting. Every time you lift your heels, stand up, or take a step, your calf muscles contract, and in that very moment, they act like a biological pump, pushing blood upward from your legs back to your heart. Imagine your bloodstream as a river, and your heart as the dam at its source. Without those little pumping stations in your lower legs, blood would pool down there, causing swelling, heaviness, or worse, poor blood flow to the brain, leading to fatigue, dizziness, and even memory decline. Have you ever felt your legs heavy or your ankles swollen at night? That's a sign that your second heart is growing weak. In medical terms, doctors call this system the calf muscle pump, but I prefer the simpler name, the second heart, because every flex and release of your calf acts like an extra heartbeat, helping your real heart work less hard. As a result, blood circulates better, oxygen reaches the brain more efficiently, and both memory and concentration improve significantly. Surprising, isn't it, how one small group of muscles can influence both your clarity of mind and your longevity? I remember a patient, Mr. Richard, 70 years old, living in Florida, who once told me, "I walk every day, doctor, but every evening my ankles swell and my legs feel like they're filled with lead. I thought it was just age. Turns out it wasn't." After learning the heel raise exercise, just 5 minutes a day right at home, he stayed consistent for 3 months. The results were remarkable. The swelling disappeared completely. He said that every morning when he walked, he felt light, like I was young again. What moved me most was when he added, "Doctor, I feel like I've regained control over my own body, something I lost years ago." Do you see yourself in his story? Maybe you walk regularly, yet your legs still feel weak or unstable. Maybe you've blamed it on aging, but in truth, by reactivating this second heart, you can reverse much of that decline. Medical studies show that regularly engaging the calf muscles not only improves circulation, but also reduces the risk of falls by up to 40%. And more importantly, when your calves are strong, your whole body becomes more stable, like a house with a solid foundation that stands firm even when storms come. But you might be wondering, so how do I strengthen this second heart? Is it difficult? Do I need a gym? The good news is, you don't need anything fancy, just a sturdy chair, a small bit of space, and one incredibly simple movement. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, right now.
Heel raise instructions and common mistakes. So how can you awaken your second heart right inside your own home? Trust me, you don't need a gym, expensive equipment, or even to leave your living room. Everything you need lies in one simple movement, Small in appearance, but powerful in effect. Let's begin. Stand tall with your feet parallel and place yourself behind a sturdy chair. Lightly touch the back of the chair with your fingertips, just for balance, not support. Now take a deep breath in and slowly lift your heels as high as you can, feeling your calf muscles tighten. Do you feel your legs lifting your whole body upward? That's the moment your second heart is pumping at full strength. Hold that position for about 3 slow breaths. 1, 2, 3. Then lower your heels slowly. Don't rush. When you move down slowly, your muscles have to stay engaged and in control, and that's how they grow stronger, little by little, every day. Notice how, after just a few repetitions, your calves start to feel gently tense. That sensation means blood is being pushed upward, a wave of fresh energy spreading throughout your body. If you want to challenge yourself further, try performing the exercise on one leg. Step one foot slightly back and lift your heel using the front leg. When you manage to balance, you're not just training your muscles, you're also training your nervous system, improving the coordination between your brain and body. Believe it or not, the simple act of standing firmly on one leg is one of the best indicators of how young and responsive your nervous system is. But don't forget, many people do this exercise incorrectly. The first mistake is moving too fast, bouncing up and down. Doing that trains momentum, not muscles. Real strength comes from slow, controlled movement. The second mistake is leaning heavily on the chair for support. When your hands take over the work, your calves stop working. And when the muscles aren't engaged, nothing improves. So when you practice, always keep your weight centered, move slowly and steadily, and breathe evenly. Each time you lift your heels, imagine you're pumping life through your entire body. Now, I have a small challenge for you. Try doing 10 heel raises in a row without holding on to the chair, and tell me how many you can complete. Leave a comment below. I read every single one because I want to see you becoming stronger every day. Are you ready to give it a try? Remember, this simple heel raise takes less than 5 minutes, but its effects last all day. It not only strengthens your legs, but also improves blood circulation, reduces swelling, enhances balance, and boosts memory. That's why I always say, strong legs are the foundation of a strong life.
But here's another secret most people don't know. Doing heel raises alone isn't enough. Our body needs harmony between breathing, posture, and heart rhythm to trigger a full-body revitalization response. So how can you combine these elements to awaken your energy completely, not just in your legs, but in your heart, brain, and spirit as well? You see, sometimes a small movement can transform your entire health. The heel raise may seem simple, but it activates 3 of the body's most vital systems all at once: muscles, circulation, and balance. Each time you lift your heels, you're pushing blood upward to your brain, assisting your heart, and reawakening your nervous system. Isn't it fascinating? Just a few minutes a day, and you're not only training muscles, you're preserving independence, youthfulness, and confidence. Many people think aging means becoming weak, but modern science proves the opposite. Strength can be rebuilt at any age as long as you start. Think about it. Walking strengthens your heart, but heel raises keep you steady. Someone may have a healthy heart, but if their legs are weak, they can still fall. So what kind of health do you want? The kind where you stay strong but confined to bed? Or the kind where you can step into the park, tend your garden, cook your own breakfast, and smile because you can still do it all yourself? I know that at 60 or 70, many people worry, do I still have enough strength to change? But right now, your body is longing to move the right way. It's waiting to be reminded that it's still capable, still powerful. And once you start with this exercise, your body will respond with energy you may have forgotten you had. I've seen so many people like you, some who once had to hold onto walls just to stand,
walk further than they ever thought possible after a few months of training. They didn't just regain mobility, they rediscovered freedom, the joy of control, confidence, and truly living their later years with strength and dignity. Do you remember Mr. Richard from earlier? After 3 months of practicing, not only did his ankle swelling disappear, but he also began going to the park every morning, walking his grandchild, and told me, "Doctor, I think I've regained 10 years of my youth." I smiled and said, "Not 10 years, Richard. That youth was never gone. It was just asleep, and you finally woke it up. And I believe you can do the same. Whether you're 60, 70, or 80, it's never too late to rebuild your strength and independence. Just start with one small step, one heel raise at a time, and you'll be protecting the most precious thing you have, your ability to stand tall, care for yourself, and live healthily with the people you love." Before you leave this video, remember, walking is wonderful, but walking alone isn't enough. Add this simple heel raise to your daily routine. It's your small ticket to a long, steady, and powerful journey ahead.